Welcome and welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If this is your first time, this channel is about easy and delicious recipes. No stress. So you could get a delicious meal or a delicious treat on the table in no time. Now I have a chicken, and I know what you're thinking, we have chicken all the time, but this is a wonderful chicken recipe. Well, it's more of a marinade that you're gonna put on your chicken that I'm sure your family is gonna love, and this will take your chicken to a whole nother level. So, are you ready? Are you looking for a chicken recipe or a chicken marinade that is mouth-watering and delicious? I got one for you. Let's get started. So, if you're like me, you want something easy, you want to get it on the table, you don't want a lot of fuss, and depending on where you live at or anywhere you live, prices are outrageous at the supermarket, but chicken is still somewhat affordable than most meats that's in the supermarket. Okay, so I have this plastic, and I'm going to show you this for. Yeah, we're very high tech over here, very high end. This is just the plastic that you will find at a supermarket when you go and pick up your groceries. So I'm going to line this bowl with it so I can put my chicken in, and it helps to keep the bowl clean. I'm just adjusting the camera. I'm trying to make sure you see me. Yep. There we go. Okay. So I just do that because it's easy, make a very easy cleanup. Now I have chicken parts. I have drumsticks. Nothing special. Chicken wings and chicken thighs. Now I always wash my meat. I know everyone is different about that. I just wash it in some vinegar and water, and then rinse it and pat it dry. But it's up to you. And I'm doing chicken parts because everyone loves a different part of the chicken. Some like wings, thighs. And these parts seem to cook about the same time. I wouldn't really do it with a chicken breast because by the time the drumstick is done, the chicken breast has dried out. Okay, I'm just going to give my hand a quick wash. Okay, this is the ultimate marinade, and it's so easy. This is everyday ingredients. One thing about my channel, if this is your first time tuning in, all of my ingredients is what I call everyday, where you can get it from the market. You don't have to send away for it or anything like that. You know, it seems like the year's going by so fast. I can't believe we're in March. It feels like spring. I have garlic powder, and I'm putting in about 2 teaspoons. No, not 2 teaspoons. 1 tablespoon. And I may put in a little bit more. It depends, because this is a lot of meat. But I'm not going to put it on my chicken. I'm going to move the chicken over. Okay, let that rest in a bowl while we make the marinade. I'm telling you, this is an ultimate marinade. When you see how simple it is, you're not going to believe it. So again, we have 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and you use the brand that you like. This is just one that's on sale, so I always use it, and the family seem to like it. Onion powder, and again, this is a lot of meat, so it may look like I'm using a lot of seasoning, but you want the meat to be seasoned through. Now with black pepper, this is not spicy, believe it or not. When it sits on the shelf, it kind of loses bite. This is a 1/2 teaspoon, a 1/2 tablespoon. But if you didn't like black pepper, you don't have to put it in. Yeah, it seems like the year's going by so fast. I can't believe we're already in March. But I hope everyone is doing well. And this is ginger. Now with the ginger, I'm going to go very light. So I'm going to go with about a 1/2 teaspoon. No, I'm going to go lighter than that. 1/4 teaspoon. And don't worry, descriptions and all measurements, all measurements and ingredients will be in the description box. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so the year's passing by so fast. I hope everyone is doing well and better than 2023. 2023 was rough, but I'm sure it was rough for a lot of people. So was 2019. Yeah, I know you're not thinking about this, but soy sauce, it makes all the difference when it comes to chicken. Like I said, this is the ultimate chicken marinade or marinade. whichever one you say. This is one, I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon. Or maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that. That is not a tablespoon. That is a teaspoon. This is a tablespoon. And I'm not worried about the seasoning that's already in there. So we're going with 1, and we're gonna go with 2. If you want to use light soy sauce, you can. And 3. And 1 more, 4. Because again, a lot of meat. And chicken is a very thick meat, and so putting seasoning sits pretty well with this. Vinegar. If you didn't have apple cider vinegar, you can most definitely use white vinegar, any kind of vinegar you have. You don't have to buy anything special for this recipe. And another secret ingredient that I'm sure you probably never really thought of with chicken: sesame seed. Now this is saying toasted, but you don't have to buy toasted. And I'm going to go in very light with this because, believe it or not, sesame seed oil is very strong, so you don't need a lot. Okay, so now I'm just going to mix that up. Just to combine everything. Yeah, so take a minute. You know, when you hit that subscribe button or that like button, it really helps the channel, and it also let me know what you like. It lets me, or you know, leave a comment and say, okay, you did this with chicken. Can you do it with something else, another meat? I picked chicken because most people can tolerate chicken. They family, they loved ones, themselves. Almost forgot brown sugar. I don't know how I can forget that. Now, if you didn't have brown sugar, you can use white sugar or any kind of sweetening that you like. And I'm going to go in again with a tablespoon. I'm just having, usually I use brown, but this time I have light, so I'm using light. I'll go with 1, and it's not going to be sweet because of the vinegar and all the other seasoning. And I'm going in with 2. And I am going to put, and I know everyone always say, well, it's chicken, it's chicken, it's chicken. You don't need to add chicken bouillon, but it seems to bring out a flavor if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, and I'm using low sodium, reduced sodium. And because I'm using a reduced sodium, I'm not going to add any salt to it. I don't need to add any salt because this has enough salt in it. And I'm just going to use 1 pack. Here we go. Yeah, like I was saying, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. You know, it's absolutely free, but it speaks volumes. I do love doing this. I hope you enjoy watching and trying these recipes. I try to make them as easy as I can because we're all busy doing something. I am going to add a little bit of water because it is thick. So I add about 2 ounces of water. And again, you can adjust this. If you like it thick, you don't really have to add any water. So now I'm going to bring the chicken back over. Okay. And I'm just going to pour this all over the chicken. And now you see why I kept it inside of the plastic. Makes for an easy cleanup. I just happen to have a little bit more at the bottom, so there we go. Make sure this is all around the chicken. We're going to let this sit for a little while. Even though I'm calling this a marinade, you can let this sit for just a couple of minutes and it's just as well. Or you can do this overnight, but honestly, it only takes a couple of minutes for this to sit. So while I'm going to set this to the side and let it marinate, I am going to cut up some peppers to go along with it. Again, I don't know if you heard me because I was a little away from the camera. I'm just going to cut up some peppers to go along with the chicken. Okay, so I am looking for the peppers. There you go. Let me move this over here. Move this. Okay, now you hear me say peppers. And I know people always say, oh, peppers, they're gonna be spicy. Not at all. I don't even know why we say peppers, but these are actually sweet. These are sweet peppers. We say peppers, again, they're sweet. They're not spicy at all. So I don't want you to shy away from it thinking, oh, they're gonna be spicy. Nope, these are actually sweet. Okay, just getting the peppers. And again, I just wash my peppers as well. And just a little bit of water and vinegar. There's all sorts of vegetable wash at the store that you can buy, and for different prices. I always remove the seeds. You don't really need the seeds. But I find that vinegar and water do the, you know, same thing. So you don't have to spend a lot of money getting a vegetable wash. Everyone seems to have vinegar in their home, and if you don't, you can easily buy it, very affordable, and water. And you can wash your vegetables in that as well. Again, just removing the seeds and put it in a little pail over here. I am going to give it a rinse. So I would love for y'all to leave in a comment as to what meat you think I should try this marinade on. I only tried it on chicken most of the time, but I was thinking about trying it on turkey. I mean, it is a poultry, but I was also thinking about, what about fish? What about giving that a try? Okay, so I'm going to give this a quick rinse because, as you can see, the seeds are still on it. And I try not to make these videos too long because everyone has something to do. So we're just going to slice these up. And again, I'm just slicing them. If you want to just chop them, you can. And again, these are not spicy at all. They're very sweet. So please don't think spicy and shy away from it. Or just give it a try. I remember when my mom would, you know, make dishes for us. She was always conscious not to make anything spicy because she knew we couldn't tolerate it. And since this is chicken and you can make this from a family meal, yeah, don't think that the peppers is going to be spicy because they're not. They're actually very kind of sweet. They are sweet, and the more you cook them, the sweeter they taste. And that's why I think kids love them. Adults too. So what are some of your favorite dishes? I would love to know. And how do you cook your chicken? I know everyone have a chicken recipe. Some people grill. Some people like, okay, you just have to grill chicken or you have to roast chicken. For me, it seems like I always love to bake it. Sometimes I do fry. And when it's really, really warm, barbecue. But for the most part, throughout the year, it's baked. I would love to know who else follows that. Is baking your go-to for a chicken? Or is it saute? Which I don't know. Maybe saute is easy as well. But to me, just seasoning it, putting it in the oven, closing the oven door, and going on about my day. Because I have so much things to do. So much other things to do. But I'm sure I'm not the only one. But again, please take a minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. It really helps the channel. I love to engage with you. I will respond to your comment. It may take me just a little bit of time, but I do read every comment. Okay, that is enough with the peppers. Let's set that aside. Okay, so now I'm just getting my pan for the chicken. Okay, I don't know if you're like me, but I'm always afraid that it's going to stick. I don't know why, even though it always say, you know, it won't stick. So I'm always afraid that it will. So I always have a little bit of oil. And this is just regular cooking oil. It isn't anything special. So I always coat the pan. Because the last thing you want to do is make food that sticks to the pan. You can't get it out the pan. It's tearing up. I'm like, oh my God. I spent all that time to make this delicious meal and I can't get it out the pan. One time that happened to me and I actually had to put the pan on the table and serve the food like that. Not too happy. Okay, come back with parchment paper. Again, it makes for a very easy cleanup. Also, I know that everything's gonna come out. I'm gonna put a little bit more oil. And again, this is just regular cooking oil. There isn't anything special. You can use corn oil, vegetable oil, or if you have the spray, I think it's called Pam or whatever you like. And again, I just want to make sure after making this delicious chicken that it comes out of the pan. Okay. So now let's get our chicken. And again, you don't have to marinate this very long at all. A couple of minutes is fine. You can't do it overnight or the morning of, but you don't have to. And I don't know, some people are thigh people because they say it's so juicy. Some people are drumsticks. I think kids love drumsticks. The kids also love wings. I think I loved every part of the chicken growing up. I'm trying to find the other wings that seems to be hiding from me. Okay. And I'm trying to separate it so it can have a little bit of room. But these parts aren't too big, so I'm not too worried. Okay, so again, I'm gonna give my hand a quick rinse. I do have some disinfect right off the camera. I know you can't see it. And you can just use bleach or you can just use any kind of disinfectant you like. Now I'm gonna cover this up with aluminum foil. I'm not going to put the peppers on yet. This is going to cook for about 30 to 35 minutes at 300. In the last 5 minutes, I'm going to put the peppers on. Because the peppers will wilt a little bit too much if I put them on now. Everyone's stove is different. So after 30 minutes, I would say give it a check. Look at it, see what it looks like. And then you want to uncover it. The last 5 minutes, you want to cook it uncovered. So let me go over that. This is going to cook totally for about 35 minutes. 20 minutes in, I'm going to put the peppers on, cover it again. The last 5 minutes, I'm going to uncover it just so it can brown. Okay, let's get this in the oven. Okay, you guys, so I don't know what happened with my stove, but this actually took 50 minutes to cook instead of 30. I know I said 30 minutes, but it actually took 50 minutes. So this is how it went. After 40 minutes, I took the aluminum foil off. At 45 minutes, I put in the peppers. At 50 minutes, I took it out and it was done. And I just let it cool. I really hope you give this a try. It is a delicious secret chicken marinade. That's not too secret anymore. I hope you give it a try. I'm sure your family will love it. When I put it in the oven and it started to cook, the whole kitchen is lit up with this delicious mouth-watering smell. So I'm sure your family's going to come running as soon as you make this for them. As always, I'm going to ask you, if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. It costs absolutely nothing, but it really helps the channel. Please leave a comment. Let me know how you liked it. Until next time, enjoy.